Hey guys, Andrew Shrout. I'm here in the sideboard with James Gardner. How's it going, James?
Going good, Andrew. How you doing?
Doing all right. And you're doing all right too. You have gotten out to a very strong start with white-black aggro.
White-black aggro, human aggro too, to be specific.
So tell me a little about why you chose to play this deck.
I chose to play it just because it's what I'm most comfortable with. I was fighting with myself all last night. I have stock mono blue devotion builds.
Okay.
And you know, mono blue is tearing up the SCG Open right now. And me and my friends, we talked about it, and I just decided to go with what I know and like. Okay. It's a fun deck to play.
So this is you've been playing a deck in this style for a while then?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
Been doing all my FNMs with it and all my Sunday Magics and all that other stuff.
All right. So kind of the white weenie package. You've got 12 1-drops.
Yep.
Daring Skyjack and Imposing Sovereign at the 2-drop.
Yep.
And but then you're splashing for black. So talk to me a little about Zathrid Necromancer and Thoughtseize. Those are kind of the marquee. Well, they're the only two of the 3 black cards in the main deck.
2 of the 3 black cards.
They're the ones that stand out on this list. So tell me a little about how those have been for you.
Well, Thoughtseize is just the best card in the format. It's awesome in Modern. It's awesome in everything.
Okay.
And I just wanted the 4 Thoughtseize just to get rid of. I want some kind of interaction with my opponent. I want to get rid of their Supreme Verdicts, and then they won't be able to kill me.
Sure. I'll get rid of players that start with cards in hand. Basically.
Get rid of Boros Reckoner so it can't block. Get rid of anything.
Sure.
And then Necromancer, that's where the human part comes in. And Necromancer is awesome against Supreme Verdict. It's good against Mizium Mortars, and he's just a really good card. I like it a lot.
Okay, it just kind of gives you some insulation against the effects that are traditionally very good against white aggro then?
Yep, and it's also good, like you can just swing your guys into your opponent's creatures, and if they block, you just get 2/2 zombies anyways. And even if you trade that, then you make out, because you're still left with creatures.
Sure. Okay, and then the other black card in the main deck, you have 3 Orzhov Charm.
Yes.
Now, black has a lot of removal spells.
Yep.
You went with Orzhov Charm.
Yep. I went with Orzhov Charm, and I wanted my whole main deck to be like this. Is I don't want any dead cards game 1 at all.
Okay.
So I used to have Ultimate Price in my deck because I really like Ultimate Price, but I took it out. And I just don't want any dead cards at all. Like if you look through my list, there's no dead cards in any matchup. Like every card has its use.
Okay.
And Orzhov Charm is just really underrated. Like my deck already kills itself and makes me. You know, usually I start the game off at like 12 life probably. Because I usually deal anywhere between like 8 to 9 damage to myself every single game.
Between your Orzhov Charms, your 3 Mana Confluence.
Mana Confluence, Caves.
Okay.
It's just like everything. Everything does damage to me.
So just not worried about that. You just
not worried about the
racing,
life loss.
So.
Yep, just racing. And it's the most efficient. It kills any creature. It kills Boros Reckoner, it kills Desecration Demon, it kills Pack Rat, kills everything.
Yep. Is that one of the, I want to say the only black removal spell in the format other than Hero's Downfall, which of course you can't splash as double black.
No.
That actually just kills everything.
Yep, and all 3 of the modes are useful too. The return to creature mode is not that useful, but there's situations where it comes up. And the returning the 1-drop is really good. I have 12 1-drops, and you can surprise bring in a Boros Elite and get Battalion with it, and you're attacking with a 3/3. Or you can use Orzhov Charm to return a Judge's Familiar and then sack it and counter something unless they pay 1. You get real techy there.
The clunkiest force spike ever.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, even when there's not a creature to kill, you can still get some juice out of it.
Right.
Okay. I've watched you a couple rounds now, and one card that has really impressed me in your deck is Imposing Sovereign.
Imposing Sovereign,
It's a 4 of. I feel like you would play 7 of them if you could.
Yep, I would. I actually started this list today with only 3 of them.
Okay.
And I actually just ended up buying the 4th one. Because I just loved it in the playtesting.
All right.
The worst thing you want against this deck is your opponent blocking.
Sure.
And she stops your opponent from blocking for a turn. And sometimes that's all you need.
Okay. Basically, like a time walk that attacks for you.
Yep.
All right. So I want to talk about another creature that is not kind of universal in these white weenie strategies, I don't think. You have 4 Boros Elite and 4 Soldier of the Pantheon is 8 of your 12 1-drops.
Yes.
And you're rounding that out with 4 Judge's Familiar.
Yep.
This is the only non-human in your deck, so it's a commitment.
Yeah, the only non-human, so you know she has to be good.
Okay.
And the reason why I put her in there instead of Dryad Militant or any other 1-drop is just because my deck's so fast that it usually kills between turn 4 and 5.
Okay.
And if I can just stall out my one opponent's removal spell with Judge's Familiar, instead of them killing my Imposing Sovereign or my Daring Skyjack, and if they just use it on Judge's Familiar instead, if I sack it, make them pay 1 extra, and works really well.
Sure. It's kind of the theme that I'm seeing with this list is you're not concerned much with the late game, it doesn't seem like.
Nope.
Just all about buying
time. My top decks are terrible. I got Brave the Elements, and Spear of Heliod, and Fortify. We'll get to that later.
Yeah, you have a 1 of Fortify.
Yep,
now,
1 of Fortify.
I heard some of your buddies kind of like making sure,
yes.
they want to make sure that you gave credit for that
yes,
Fortify.
I'll have to give a shout out to my buddy Lenny, who made me put the Fortify in my main deck right before the event.
Sure.
I had to steal it out of his store.
I watched you win a game 3 in round 5, I think, with Fortify.
Yes.
Is that how many other games has Fortify won?
It actually just won me one on camera.
Okay.
It did 10 points of damage.
All right.
My first game on camera last round. Yeah.
Sweet, Lenny.
So it's been
good
doing
work,
good.
buddy. Nice. All right. So tell me a little bit about your matchups. What are you hoping to play against with this deck?
Hoping to play against, just like control decks, mono black. Even like mono blue. The matchup's kind of iffy on mono blue, but I think I can win it.
Okay.
And I don't want to play against like aggro decks.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
like any other like I played against Boros Burn in round 1,
sure.
and I think I dealt myself like 7 damage.
Okay.
Like I'm just giving him 2 free burn spells.
Oh, okay. So because you have Orzhov Charm, Thoughtseize, a lot of pain in your mana base.
Pain in the
so
mana. Yeah.
Basically anything that is quickly pressuring your life total.
Yes.
You're worried about.
Yeah. Because as soon as the deck gets on the defensive, if I have to hold back during Skyjack or Imposing Sovereign, I'm probably losing that game.
Okay.
You know, unless I get Brave the Elements and can swing for the win.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. If I have to ever hold back.
Okay.
It's not looking good.
So we just finished round 6, I believe.
Yes.
So you're starting out 6-0.
Yes.
So not a bad start.
No.
You're definitely within sniffing distance of that top 8.
Yep.
I'll be rooting for you, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for sitting down with me. Stick around. We've got plenty more coverage coming of the Standard Open here in Syracuse.